Chinese President Xi Jinping and Russian President Vladimir Putin met for the second time in a month. They were spotted in Kazakhstan for a summit founded to counter Western alliances. Analysts say Putin's goal is to show that Russia is not isolated while it invades Ukraine, an offensive that appears to be picking up today after more deadly airstrikes and a seizure in the eastern part of the country. Jason Gaidola joins us live tonight with more details on this. Hey, Jason.
Hey, Nicole. Hefty funding will be heading to Ukraine right before next week's NATO summit, one that will provide air defense against Russian missiles that reportedly killed at least 5 people in Dnipro, Ukraine today. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky shared this video on X today of what appears to be a missile explosion in the city of Dnipro. Local authorities say it was a missile and drone attack from Russia, killing at least 5 people and injuring 47 others today. Over in Kharkiv, Ukrainian officials say more advanced airstrikes struck down the city, killing 1 and hurting at least a dozen others.
Зупинити тільки одним, тільки більшою кількістю систем ППО, тільки більш далекобійними.
Today, Zelensky was calling for more air defense assistance from allies. His wish will be granted. The U.S. says more funding is headed to Ukraine, a hefty $2.3 billion.
This package, under Presidential Drawdown Authority, will provide more air defense interceptors, anti-tank weapons, and other critical munitions from U.S. inventories. It will also enable the United States to procure more Patriot NASAMS, air defense interceptors, which will be provided on an accelerated timeline by the resequencing of deliveries for some foreign military sales.
Zelensky also says security agreements are progressing ahead of next week's NATO summit in the U.S.
Now, as we look ahead to the NATO summit next week, Rustam, we'll take steps to build a bridge to NATO membership for Ukraine.
As Ukraine shores up more support, Russian ally and Hungarian President Viktor Orban met with Zelensky yesterday about speeding up peace talks. However, Ukrainian officials say Zelensky is maintaining his position about Ukraine's sovereignty and its own plans for potential peace.
I will leave it to our partners in Hungary to offer any context or clarity that they would like to Mr. Orban's comments. We and the NATO alliance have been clear that there really is only one solution here, and that is the Russian Federation simply leaving Ukrainian territory.
Meanwhile, Russian President Vladimir Putin is meeting up with his own security allies in Kazakhstan for a summit today, which includes China's leader, Xi Jinping. This is the second time in weeks that Putin and Jinping have met. China is urging Russia to conserve their relationship and safeguard their interests. During an interview with Bloomberg, Finland's president believes China carries more leverage in the bilateral relationship.
China has started to provide Russia with different types of aid, not direct military aid, but issues linked to energy, sometimes even dual use of goods. I argue that Russia is so dependent on China right now that one phone call from President Xi Jinping would solve this crisis. If he were to say, time to start negotiating peace, Russia would be forced to do that. They would have no other choice.
While we await next week's NATO summit to kick off in the U.S., it is being reported that dozens of foreign policy experts signed a letter urging potential NATO membership for Ukraine would spark a harsher retaliation from Russia.